Alright y'all, morning of day 12. Just got done packing everything up. I slept in a little bit because I knew don't have too far to go. It'll be a Nero. I'm going to go into Fontana, refit, recover a little bit today, and hit the Smokies first thing in the morning. Can't wait, it's going to be exciting. Closing up camp, just want to go over a couple other things. Something I do before I leave. This is that little dry spots where my tent was. So I go around, and all the military folks know the ubiquitous term of police call, but I go around and just check where all my tent stakes were. Even though I counted them, and I do count them, so when I'm picking them up, I know there's got to be 8, and I don't stop that process until I have all 8 in my hands. Some people get distracted and pull up a couple of stakes and then see their tent poles in their tent if they're using a duplex or something similar, and they'll stop and grab one of their hiking poles, walk it over somewhere, and come back and walk right by a stake that maybe the string came detached from or something. Anyway, once you start a process and you know there's like 8 stakes, man, go through the whole process. Have all 8 stakes in your hand before you do anything else. Why is accountability so important? This is just my opinion. There are going to be tons of people out here to help you if you screw up, but your whole goal in life out here should be survivability. To not let your Sawyer squeeze filter freeze, because if you do and you don't have any backups, you're now a liability to everybody else that has to come through and help you out. You lose 3 or 4 of your tent stakes, man, you can probably whittle some sticks or get something else to use, but again, you start becoming a liability. Every little thing is important that you have. And I was thinking last night, if you lay your tent out or your hammock or whatever, and you don't need to pull everything out of your rucksack at night, then you probably have stuff that you don't need. Like my little tripod that you saw in my gear review that I said it might not go far with me. Spielberg also said he might not take it if he had to do it again. I already got rid of it. That thing never came out of my backpack at night or during the daytime. Don't need it, got rid of it. Accountability. Last thing I'll do is a sensitive items check, and I do this every single time that I break, and I think all of us, or a lot of us, do this inherently. But the 3 things I really can't live without is my Sawyer squeeze filter, so I always keep it in my front pocket because it's cold weather. It'll probably go back in its bag when it warms up a little bit. My wallet, or my Z-Packs bag that I keep all my money and credit cards and stuff in, IDs, that's always in my left pocket, and it's dummy corded to my pants, so if it falls out, it'll just start dragging instead of me losing it. And then I'll hit my right hip pocket for my phone. Those are the 3 things that I check for every time I stop and start again. And the other one is a headlamp. You know what, I don't even have a backup out here right now. I'm not saying I want to carry another headlamp, and yeah, I can use my phone light. But I'll probably get a little bite light or something just for a backup in case. I've set my rucksack down before, opened it up, and my headlight was on. I got extra batteries. But just worst case scenario, man, imagine your headlight gets crushed. What do? Man, you can wait till, hopefully you set everything up before it got dark. You can just use your phone to get around, go to the bathroom, whatever, in the middle of the night if you need to. And you can wait till it gets sunlight to get up. That doesn't work for my schedule, so I'm probably going to go ahead and get another real lightweight backup light. Alright y'all, heading down the trail. Should be in Fontana soon. Don't know how much I'll film there, but Smokies tomorrow. Getting ready to assault Fontana Dam in the morning. First light blaze. Slept really good last night. I mean, really good. Had a good recovery session with my massage stick on my legs. Somebody asked if I could, I think I might have already said this on yesterday's video. If I did, I apologize. I'll be quick. somebody asked if I could show those techniques. Again, if you go to my channel, Early Riser 71 on YouTube, look back at the previous videos. I saw one of the comments from a guy a couple of days ago saying that he went back and looked at it and he's already ordered some voodoo floss. Man, that excites me because that is some good stuff. Anyway, go back and look at that video, and the techniques I'm using with the roller on that video are the exact ones I do here. I usually do them right before bed here. I'm already in my tent. It's already dark out, so it's kind of hard to film inside there. But just watch that video, it'll help you out. I'm telling you, every day I get up, y'all, my legs. I went 19 something miles yesterday over some brutal climbs, to include Jacob's Ladder. And my legs feel as fresh as they did on day one. Alright, y'all. Alright, y'all, I hadn't gone far since I turned the camera off last time. My mind is afresh today. Breaking down camp. Those are the things that I always wish that somebody would show. Maybe in a time-lapsed video. And I said, yeah, I'll come out here and do it. And I just sent my tripod home. But that would be a really good thing to do. Maybe I'll try to set that up. But some people, I think, are kind of folks, maybe the 2 Pop-Tart in the morning people, no coffee, who like to just get up, roll everything up, stick it in their pack, and start walking. And that's a technique for sure. Then other people like me, man, I like to be really deliberate in the morning and in the evenings. Because for me, anyway, that ain't holds true for everybody, I guess, but for me, it just makes sure that I'm prepared, fully prepared. And that's all the way from my body, my mind, accountability, all of my equipment. So it takes me, like when I first got out here, and depending on how cold it is, if it's cold, it takes me a little bit longer. Like this morning, it's about an hour and a half from the time I sat up and convinced myself it was time to get up, at about 6:15, which is highly unusual for me, but it felt great. And I was walking the trail at 7:45, stepping off. And that's everything deliberately done, to include eating oatmeal, 2 Pop-Tarts, coffee, morning constitution, and packing everything up and making sure I have everything ready to go. Getting dressed, to include putting on knee braces, putting on shin sleeves, compression, getting my socks on to where I know my feet are going to be good for the entire day. All those deliberate things that are going to make you successful throughout the day. Because what I don't want to do is really get everything on in a rush, start walking down the trail, chomping on some Pop-Tarts, and then have to just keep stopping throughout the day to do certain things that I could have done earlier. You know, if you look at it either way, you're probably going to get the same distance in the same amount of time. It's just a preference. So if you're what we'll go ahead and start calling the 2 Pop-Tart person and run, man, have at it. You just got to get really good at doing a quick accountability of all your stuff. Especially if you're staying in shelters, because you're trying to be quiet. If you're getting up kind of early, good way to walk off and leave something while you're still in your groggy haze and the Pop-Tart sugar hadn't kicked in yet. Alright, long-winded today. I apologize. Heading to Fontana. Alright, y'all, I was just thinking, man, March 1st is the day after tomorrow, and the bubble begins. I just want to say, man, I'm rooting for all of you starting. Anytime this year, I'm rooting for you, especially in the upcoming weeks. I think your patience will be tried, but in the end, I think, I honestly think human beings are good, and you guys are going to have a good time. Just be courteous. I always feel, man, if everybody's courteous and worried about the other person, then everybody's having a good time. Alright, good luck. Keep pushing north. Fight yourself. Get up out of that warm sleeping bag every day. Get your crap together. Get all your stuff accounted for, and push north. Understand your limitations. Don't go too hard too fast. You hear everybody say it, but it's probably the most important tip that you can have. Your body and your mind have to have to adapt, and if you try to go too fast, you're going to get ahead of what they can do, and it's going to be over quick. Good luck. Early risers on your side. Spot right there, or a nice little area that a bear's going to crawl out of in about a day or two. Very beautiful, amazing. I had to get the word out of the way today so I don't worry about it all day. Amazing. One more thing I was thinking about for all you starting in a week or two or earlier, and you're still debating on whether to get Gut Hook's app or just go with the book. I implore you, yeah, that's right, Early Riser is imploring you to at least download the free Gut Hook app and at least buy the maps from Springer to Standing Bear. As people move through, hopefully they'll be updating. I'll try to update some water sources as well, whether they're flowing or not. It could honestly make the difference between you running out of water or not. So I can't speak for anything past, really even past Fontana right now, but the first 80 to 100 miles, there's some areas where water's very available and you feel confident and you keep moving. Then you'll move into a 20-30 mile stretch to where there ain't crap. Gut Hook's app has saved me several times, so I would just implore you to, if nothing else, buy that map, and if you like it, you can keep purchasing the maps as you get farther up. Probably what I should have done instead of buying them all, but anyway, just a little tip, use it or lose it. Alright, y'all. Made it to the AT crossings, the first place you come across. There's a bathroom there, there's a phone. Tells you about the lodge. You can get a pickup there. So I tried to call to get the shuttle. Nobody ever picked up. Well, I'm sorry, the front desk picked up and they were trying to call the shuttle people. Nobody ever picked back up. So called back in about 5 minutes later and they're like, well, we can't find a shuttle driver. Like, okay. So I just decided to keep walking down the trail. I'm gonna walk over to the Hilton, the Fontana Hilton, and then I'm gonna, just so I don't have to do these miles tomorrow morning, and then I'm going to get to the lodge from there, either through shuttle or I'll just walk. At this point, doesn't matter. All right, cloudy today. I think rain's moving in, maybe snow up there in the Smokies, but it's gorgeous. I'm loving this walk. All right, y'all, since got another minute or two, let's talk about protein intake. Protein, you have to have it. I don't care if you're vegan, I don't care if you're vegetarian, you gotta have some protein out here, and I know y'all know that. So how do I tackle protein? And man, I'm very conscious about it, because I know as these muscles tear down, that's gonna be the building blocks to build back up. So for breakfast, don't do a lot of protein. I was gonna start off drinking a Carnation Instant breakfast just to get about 10 more grams. The oatmeal that I eat has 10 grams in it. Pop-Tarts have 0 grams. So there, I'm starting off with 10 grams in the morning. Mostly focused on carbohydrates, both simple and complex, to build that energy foundation. But my first snack, an hour or two after breakfast, is going to be a protein bar of some sort, where I'm going to get at least 15 to 20 more grams of protein in. And I'm snacking along the way with some peanut butter pretzels, maybe packs of little peanut butter squeezes where you can just get you some quick protein while you're walking. They're delicious. For lunch, as y'all see, I eat a bagel with peanut butter and jelly, so I'm getting more protein there. I'll eat a pack of whole wheat peanut butter crackers, so that's about 7 more grams. Moving on in the afternoon, still eating on peanut butter pretzels, still eating on a lot of simple carbs like Skittles or more importantly, chocolate covered raisins and peanuts. Even with those peanuts, you're getting a slight boost of protein, not a lot. And then dinner time is always going to be some kind of meat inside the ramen, like last night. tuna and olive oil. Giving you some olive oil, some higher calories than just tuna and water. And then it had 18 grams of protein, which isn't a whole lot. So normally I'll try to follow that up with maybe a fig bar with some peanut butter on top, or maybe even another little protein bar. What I'm gonna start doing, Quaker, I think it's Quaker, but whoever makes the chewy granola bars with 10 grams of protein, start eating one of those for dinner and maybe even for breakfast, because they're lightweight. They mess with my stomach a little bit for some reason. I don't know what the ingredient is that does, but see if I can't handle those. And it's just a good way to infuse some more protein in your diet throughout the day. So have a protein plan. If it ain't meat, you better find something. I know you will. Nuts, obviously good. Maybe you're vegetarian, but you eat fish. Tuna's good. I love hummus and stuff like that. It's just keeping it fresh out here is a problem past day one. So anyway, hope that helps. Use it or lose it. Fontana Hilton, very nice shelter, impressive. It's everything that people talk about. Even has a power-up station there where you can charge your stuff. Well done, Fontana. It's just absolutely gorgeous. Obviously, droughts had an effect. I think the fight over water between the states had an effect. Still gorgeous nonetheless. Heading this way. It is 11:03 on the 27th, day 12. Just checked into the lodge. Let me check in early, which was awesome of them. Very nice people. I'm going to give a shout out to Sarah and Takani. Sarah, remember I was waiting for a pickup and nobody ever showed up, so I kept walking on. Got to the Hilton and said, heck, I'll just hoof it on the road. So I started walking down the road, and here comes Sarah. She comes in her personal car and picks me up. Like, that was fantastic. And then I get to the front desk, and Connie was working the front desk. Nice as she can be. She's the one who took the reservation the other night. Just very gracious. Great place to stay. They give you a Thru-Hiker discount. So if you want to fork over it ends up being about 89 bucks after tax. Definitely worth it. I'm heading down to the laundromat now. It's by the general store. That's about it. I will videotape any points of interest today, or just wrap it up at the end of the day. Alright, y'all. It's Thru-Hikers. If you ever want to come, stay here. Man, they got putt-putt course. It doesn't look half bad. It isn't Myrtle Beach quality, but it looks decent. They got a big fire pit over here. Families come sit around. Very cool. Tennis courts, basketball. They got that big giant pool back at the resort. I'm impressed. This place is pretty cool. Might want to check it out.